have one particular story that I will never forget. I was a freshman, just had started college, and I had a sociology class. Somehow, for some reason, started talking about Jesus and the Immaculate Conception. And he said, there's no way that's true. The truth is that Mary, he called her a word that I don't care to repeat, went behind Joseph's back and cheated on him, and that's how Jesus came to be. That professor definitely went out of his way to attack biblical truth.
When I first came to college my freshman year, it was definitely a culture shock. I think the general public isn't really aware of what students are facing on campus.
Truth is definitely being attacked within the college classroom.
These kids at these colleges are not being taught truth. I did not expect to go into class and have my faith so blatantly attacked, but it did happen. It is real.
My one professor said that religion preys upon the mentally unstable. And that was my history professor. The reading was this long, and she spent 2 class periods talking about her personal vendetta against Christianity and God. She then went on to say that the pilgrims and their God should give us the chills, and it should be a little off-putting. They had this idea of utopian society, that they were perfectionists and just kept setting the bar way too high, so every time they would stumble and make a fool of themselves. She then went on to blame the pilgrims for all of America's problems down the road. For me, it was crazy because at Dayspring, we look at the primary sources and the pilgrims and their God are everywhere, and that's the reason America looked so different from its founding than any other nation anywhere.
I felt like I was personally prepared to stand firm in what I believed and stand firm in, the truth and the values that I had set before I even went to college. When I found out my roommate was doing drugs in my room, it could have been the perfect opportunity to room with someone else, to leave that room and to leave that situation. But I feel like before I went to college, I was prepared to not only stand firm in what I believe in, but to try and make a difference in someone's life. So I chose to, stay with that roommate and, to forgive him for deceiving me, forgive him for lying to me. And I feel like my experience as I grew up, as well in high school, had prepared me not to just stand firm in what I believe in, but to take action and to try and reveal truth to the situation or circumstance.
I feel that Dayspring prepared me in that it gave me the foundation to stand firm in my faith when I went to a public university.
There's so many things that we talked about in class, and there's so many real issues that we talk about. We do our orations, we do class presentations with Mrs. Frick, but when you're no longer just arguing whether or not, arguing the devil's advocate about abortion or whatever, when you're actually talking to a girl who's considering abortion, it's real. And I think at Dayspring we talk a lot about how would we react, and we know what we believe, and so the knowledge, obviously I was prepared with that, but my teachers investing into me, I don't know, I think that's really what prepared me.
I'm only gonna see these students for probably 4 years, and most of them I'm never gonna see again. So this could be their one chance to, hear the gospel, hear what the truth is, and to hear that in a loving way.
I could just sit there and be obviously, this isn't what I believe, it's okay, this is the world. But at some point I feel convicted that, that might be the only time this kid next to me, my neighbor next to me, hears somebody talk about God and abortion and the sanctity of human life.
But I've learned to love them and to befriend them, and not be so scared and judgmental of them. I think what really shows them the difference is being a light and being love in practice, and non-judgmental, just being Jesus to them.